Hey guys, GhazzyTV here with a YouTube highlight from the current live Twitch stream where we are going to check out the first impression of Path of Exile Path of Exile Animal Cross, Harvest League. Harvest. Alright, let's just dive into it. Let's see. Let's zoom in so you guys can read it. In Path of Exile Harvest, Oshabi is cultivating the sacred grove. An ancient garden of mysterious power, plant seeds that grow dangerous enemies, blah blah blah. Alright, you can expand to the Harvest Challenge League, powerful new crafting options. This is gonna be so fun. This is gonna be so fun. I already have tons of crafting guides out. There's a link to the playlist for that in the video in the description below. 8 new skills, 2 new support gems, revamps of 200 weapons, warcraft skills, brand slams, and the passive skill tree itself. Also introduced 12 new uniques and rebalance. Rebalance. I love the rebalancing of uniques. Okay, the Sacred Grove. It is beautiful. Yes, I believe it is the older word. It's to be older than the Eternal Empire, older than the Vaal. I'm not so sure, but it does not look like the work. Blah, 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 blah. What do we have here? So, to my understanding, based on the trailer video, you place your shit and they spawn monsters, I guess? Plant potent seeds. Seek out the seed cache in every area you explore. Take a seeds through the Oshabi portal to the Sacred Grove. Sow those seeds to grow dangerous and rewarding monsters, while most seeds grow easily. Rarer, high-tier ones require more careful planting, but yield more valuable results. Oh, Jesus, there's so many colors! Okay, let's see. They stack to 100, spawns a level 33 monster when harvested. Provides 10 units of raw primal life force when harvested, which seems to be the kind of force you need to use for the league-specific crafting stuffs. Which, by the way, seems absolutely insane for the sake of target crafting. It's going to be very fun to do that this league. Can be harvested after 5 growth cycles. Seed tier 1. Reveals a random physical modifier crafting effect when harvested. Reveals. So is this like some sort of like unveil system where you like have to unveil the crafts, and once you've done that, you just need life force to actually continuously use that craft? Because it seems to be that way. And if it's that way, that means it's very easily accessible for everyone to craft. Growth cycle, finding seeds in a map. Okay, so spamming maps will be superior to go through the cycles, basically. You see, we'll have a random thing on it. An option where you change the element mod, another element mod. I really like that one. Yeah, I saw that one as well. It's crazy. We're going to look at the craft stuffs. Yeah, reveal is a single time unveil. That's how I understand it. Like, once you've revealed a craft, you will have that craft. And you don't have to have a specific item that gives you that one, because you can just utilize that one to craft with. Is that how I understand it correctly? Oh, you won't have it except that one time? Ooh. You must use it in that map instance? Okay. We'll see how that goes. Spawns levels 56 monster when harvested. 20 units of raw vivid life force. Wait, primal, vivid, and wild life force? So there's different types of wild force? Okay. Okay. Consume 10 wild units of condensed life force per growth cycle. Requires 4 adjacent vivid plants of at least tier 1 to grow. Okay. Reveals a random crafting effect that changes the element of elemental modifiers when harvested. Okay. Consumes 20 vivid units of condensed life force per growth cycle. 4 adjacent wild plants of at least tier 2 to grow. I mean, these things don't really mean a lot. They don't really mean a lot. Reveals a random effect that it exchanges specialized currency. Alright. Extract the life. When your monsters are ready for harvest, slaughter them and claim their life force. Every enemy you fight in the Sacred Grove is one you intentionally planted. Customize your combat around your character's capabilities and what rewards you're seeking. So when you harvest them, they spawn these shit and you're just killing them. Okay. Reap a bountiful harvest. Every monster defeated in the grove grants you crafting options. Performing one of these powerful crafts consumes life force from the monsters you just harvested. In order to maximize your life force and hence crafting potential, you want to take on as many monsters as you dare handle. Harvest crafting provides powerful directed crafting to an extent the Path of Exile has never seen before. Tribute. Oh, there's gonna be lab is getting affected. Woo! Okay. Insane. 78% increased duration, minus 1% to the value to this value when used. What? Yeah. Open the Eternal Labyrinth of Fortune, and must have completed the 6 different trials of ascendancy found in maps in order to access this area. Okay. Jeweled Legion Scarab contains 2 Legion encounters. Each Legion contains a warhorse. Each Legion accompanied by a general. Does not consume sextant uses. Wait, what? What? Okay, so consistent tier 19 farming without consuming the charges. Okay. Sure. Okay. Evolve your garden. As you build the ultimate garden, you'll discover exotic seeds with specific needs that must be met in order to grow. Various pipes, condensers, dispersers can help you fertilize your garden with any remaining life force. Encourage growth at the cost of condensed life force. Okay. Stores condensed life force. Extracts life force from harvested seeds. Okay, this is going to be a bit tricky to go through all of this and learn it. No, I saw the tier 16 Harbinger. Unearth legendary foes. The Shabi speaks of the legend of 3 primordial beasts, Teresiana and Namarim. For those able to cultivate these rare seeds, the immense monsters that emerge can yield harvest most valuable rewards. Okay. So they're just showing the pictures of the boss fights. Yeah, this one looks pretty cool. I like this one. Passive skill tree improve. Oh god, yes. The passive skill tree has received many improvements, including better support for some mechanics, for example, 2-handed weapons or rage, with both numeric buffs and entirely new clusters of passives. In addition, there are many new notables and keystone passives, which include both fan favorites from timeless jewels and even some entirely new ones. Is that agnostic? It is. It is agnostic. I heard people talk about this. Jesus. Okay. Violent slams. As part of our 2-handed weapon improvement, several melee skills have been recategorized as slams. We've introduced a new slam skill and support gem. We've also revamped several existing slams with new visual effects, improved functionality, and greater power for 2-handed weapon users. Fist of a War support. Not sure if you guys can see what's being written here due to the Twitch chat. An ancestor appears above your character to perform a slam in unison with you every few seconds. This causes the slam to deal more damage and an increased area. Whoa, wait, where did it go? Tectonic Slam now only consumes 1 endurance charge every 3rd use. What? Making it easy to maintain your endurance charges. You now gain more area effect per endurance charge rather than when you consume it. Oh shit. Okay, that's interesting. Holy fuck, dude. Is this going to be like the path of AoE? Deafening Warcries. We've added 4 new Warcry skills for rework 3 existing ones. Warcries now scale based on the power of nearby enemies rather than the quantity. Many Warcries also exert your attacks, increasing the power for a number of attacks. Seismic Cry releases a shockwave which taunts and knocks them back. Okay. It also grants a buff that makes it easy to stun enemies. The buff also exerts your next... okay, so perma-stunning boss builds. Here we go. These exerted attacks deals more damage and area of effect than normal attacks are becoming progressively more powerful with each attack. What the hell, dude? What the hell? Rallying Cry releases a shockwave which taunts enemies. It no longer regenerates mana, but now grants a percentage of your weapon damage to each of your allies based on the power of nearby enemies. It also causes your next few attacks to become exerted, granting a bonus to your damage based on the number of allies near you. You know how insane this is? Like, even for some of the builds, like if you're playing like Herald of Purity, or if you're playing zombie builds and whatnot, any build that's Cyclones or whatever, and you taunt them with a rallying cry, but most some of the builds goes with having taunt on your actual minions, so that you taunt them, and then a millisecond later, one of your 6 million units of your army is taunting the enemy back to them instead. And then you just give damage, and it scales based on the power of nearby enemies. So I'm assuming that's going to be better when you're doing it on a boss, for example. That's insane. Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, look at the AoE. It's like I've said before, it feels like Path of Exile is just giving it more and more insane powers to just clear entire screens over and over again until PoE 2, and then I hope they're going to bring things down to a reasonable level. Lethal brands. We've introduced 3 new brands. One brand support gem having revamped one brand support gem and have revamped existing brands. We made brands a lot more versatile while also reviewing how their core mechanics work. Brand recall no longer reigns supreme, but is a useful tool alongside many new options. Penance brand, placed on the ground. Penance brand will attach to a nearby enemy and become active. Its energy builds up and spreads to an additional nearby enemy each time it activates, quickly dividing and spreading between enemies. When the brand is removed, the energy on each enemy is rapidly released in a series of explosions. So basically, you put it up, and then it's going to take a while before the damage is applied. That seems a bit sketchy to use. Arcanist brand, when placed on the ground, Arcanist brand will attach to a nearby enemy and begin triggering a linked spell in a sequence. So, Archmage, Arcanist. I mean, it's going to be a AAA brand. I'm not even kidding. Archmage, Arcanist brand. I mean, what the fuck? Okay. I wonder if with this change that Archmage might not work for it. Oh god, that would be so terrible. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus, there's volleyed fireballs. Okay. Nerfing Archmage, most likely. Woo! Massive unique item overhaul. We introduced 12 new unique items and reworked our 50 existing ones. Storm Secret was in the Siggy's video, I believe, right? People have been talking about this in the Discord. Plus 30 intelligence, increased lightning damage, chance to shock. Herald Thunder also creates a storm where you shock an enemy. Herald Thunderstorms hits enemy with 33% increased frequency, but you take lightning damage when Herald Thunder hits an enemy. That's a pretty goddamn cool ring, though. I mean, 250 minus 75% rest, unless you're scaling that one way or another. Arcanist summon skeletons? Nah, it's not needed. Doriani's prototype, Saint's Hauberk. Armor priority and armor ES change. Life deals no non-lightning damage. Armor applies to lightning damage taken from hits. Lightning resistance does not affect lightning damage taken. Nearby enemies have lightning resistance equal to yours. What the fuck? Armor applies to lightning damage taken from hits. So basically, you stack armor to put you on 90% mitigation, so you can effectively get 90% lightning resistance via your armor, making this piss easy to get. You can even use 2 of them, and then you can have minus 60% lightning resistance. Oh shit. I use Divine Flesh. Yeah, you can go even more insane with it. Jesus Christ. This is brutal. Talisman take 50% of LE as other LE. Yeah, that would be a solution as well. spells also considers hits. The only thing not considered a hit is a damage over time effect on the ground, or bleed, or dot, or like a debuff. That is brutal. Armor mitigates spells if it's physical damage, yeah. Betrayal has lightning dots. That would be the only problem. That would actually be the only problem. Lightning dot. Moonbender's Wing. Oh, do you guys remember when we used this as a stat stick? That's so many years ago now. Triggers level 15 lightning warp on hit with this weapon. Okay. Fist damage, crit chance, they're all local. Hits with this weapon gain 94% physical damage, has extra cold or lightning. Oh. What? I mean, at least before we could use it for conversion, but I mean, that's weird. I'd say this is still bad. This is still bad. I mean, the thing is, stat 6 is a thing of the past. If this was a thing like a couple years ago, then holy shit. But now, I don't know. Wake of Destruction, lightning damage attacks, lightning on kill, movement speed, armor ES, drops shocked ground while moving. I mean, for a leveling pair of boots, it's okay if you drop them, then I might actually bother equipping them. But I mean, if you have Wanderlust or 7 League step boots, then it's like, yeah. Thought they'd have actually good reworks, but these two are kind of trash. That's sad. With this one, fuck me. I think that this could be a really, really, really high value chess piece. Yeah, it's gonna be 48 more, so that's not bitchy about it right now. Delirium in the core game, Delirium and Cluster Jewels are being integrated into the core Path of Exile experience because Delirium stacks with other League mechanics to make them more difficult and rewarding. The chance of encountering it rises exponentially with a number of other League mechanics in the area. Wait, what? Because Delirium stacks with other League mechanics, to make them more difficult and rewarding, the chance of encountering it rises exponentially with a number of other League mechanics in the area. Huh. Interesting. New Vulcan renderer. Last week we released a beta for new Vulcan renderer. I have no issues playing with that. It's actually been very comfortable. It's greatly reduced stuttering and smooth out the game performance. This renderer has made a massive improvement for many players. We aim to fix issues the other players are encountered before the release of Harvest. This new render comes alongside continued graphics technology improvements such as new bloom system that's used extensively in the Harvest League. And then we have the supporter packs, and we also gotta check the crafting stuffs. Supporter packs, Malice, looks like shit. Insatiable Malice, shit. Benevolence supporter pack, shit. Divine Benevolence, I'm not even gonna comment on that one. That's it. Okay, and the new core supporter packs. No, wait. I've seen these. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Oh no. If anybody comes into my hideout wanting to trade me and is wearing these ugly wings, it costs you a couple of extra chaos to trade me. Just saying. Jesus. That's actually one of the support packs, one of the worst support packs I've seen in a while. But I mean, everyone likes different things, right? I didn't like the way any of them looked, but some of you guys might really like the way they look. You know, in any case, you can always support Tencent. I mean, GGG. Where was I? Crafting stuffs. Okay, let's have a look at this. Change unique armor into another unique armor. Unique jewel, unique. Doesn't really matter with unique ones. Augments an item with new influence modifiers. I wonder if you can make double influence with that instead of awakening orb. But I mean, you kind of want to awakening orb because of the mod following the mod rules on it. Removes an influence modifier from an item and adds a what? Removes an influence modifier from an item and adds a new influence modifier. Interesting. 6 sockets, 4, 5, removes a defense modifier from an item, randomizes the numeric values of the random properties of a defense modifiers on an item. It's targeted divine orbs, okay. Removes the defense modifier from an item and adds a new defense modifier. So this is great for target crafting. I mean, we've talked about this before. We can literally just rework certain mods. Like, for example, the EO shields we've been crafting, we solved 200 to 300x during the current league. You can actually make sure that if you start meta crafting it and you hit a bad one, and those are the only defensive modifiers, you can just do that craft instead. Like, these target crafts are insane. Reforge a rare item with new random modifiers, including defense modifiers, including a defense modifier. Okay. Reforge is a rare item with new random modifiers, including a defense modifier. Defense modifiers are more common. Okay, so dense fossil. Okay. Dense fossil deluxe, pretty much. It'll be so fun to go through this crafting in the league. Dude, I'm gonna craft so much. Augments an item with a new defense modifier with lucky values. What? Lucky values as in the numerical value within the mod, but not higher tiers than maybe. Still. That's still crazy. I love the influence stuff. This is crazy good. Change unique item to a random unique. Reforge the color of a random socket of an item on turning it white. Augments an item with a new caster modifier. Whoa. Reforge the colors of 2 random sockets of an item turning red and blue. Reforge a rare item with new random modifiers, including a caster modifier. Okay. Randomizes the numeric value of the random properties of a caster modifier on an item. Reforges the color of a random socket on an item turning it green. Augments an item with a new caster modifier. Reforges the color of random socket of an item, turning it white. Randomizes the numeric values of random properties of casters only. Augments an item with a new caster modifier with lucky values, so similar to the defense one. Reforges a rare item with new random modifiers, including a caster. Augments a rare item with a new physical modifier. I mean, these slams are insane. You can basically, if you get really good suffixes on an item, you can just craft an item with this type of craft. Let's say you have triple perfect suffixes on a weapon. Or well, since 2-sided weapon is going to be big. Let's say you have 3 perfect suffixes: attack, speed, crit, multi, or whatever the fuck you want to go for. And maybe you have some influence modifiers. Meta crafted off, and then the only thing you're going to slam with is basically this shit. You can multi-mod it, so you multi-mod it on steroids. That's insane. Oh god. Reforges the colors of random socket item turning it red. Replaces a cold mod. This is the ones I really like. Replaces a cold modifier with an equivalent fire modifier. So let's say you have like a really high tier of something that with the wrong type of element, and you just use this one to just, shove it in the right direction. Actually fucking insane. And then changing the oils. Doesn't really matter when people are farming AFK runs in Blights, having thousands upon thousands of all the oils. Alright. Well, looks interesting. Looks very interesting. We're going to keep diving into all the information we have. But so far, it's been like, from what we can tell, the first impression here, crafting is going to be insane. I'm going to say it right now, that I believe that the Arcanist brand is going to be fucking insane. And I know what I'm going to cosplay as. That's definitely going to be easy. But then again, like this chess piece, it's going to be very fun to see what both myself and the rest of the community can do with this. It's going to be crazy cool. Holy shit. I don't know. I think that this is going to be pretty freaking insane. Honestly, I feel that depending on how the patch notes looks, it feels more and more that we're just being provided with more and more power at a consistent basis, like just going nuts with more efficiency in what we can do. And then player speed will just follow with this. I do believe that due to the cycles, that it's going to be pretty pressing on player speed. In general, keep in mind that when you're spawning these things, you're spawning a bunch of monsters. The question is how the boss fights will be, but it feels a lot like a clear speed-oriented league to be efficient, because once you pop your seeds, you want to clear a map fast or clear X amount of maps fast to grow them and then go back into the garden to keep progressing these growths. So I'm not sure if how the variety on builds is going to look like, but I do believe there's going to be a pretty heavy emphasis on clear speed. Clipstar's going to go off this league. Oh man. Theocrats are down like minus 200% Lightning Heroes. Jesus Christ. And, yeah, well, I mean, that means we have potential use of this talisman with 50% elemental damage taken as random element, 50% as chaos from the Divine Flesh, for example. So, I mean, there's ways of mitigating all of the lightning damage from hits. The problem is, as we mentioned before, is lightning dots, which I believe somebody mentioned was from Betrayal League. Either way, it's going to be very fun to do this league. You can expect a shitload of content coming out on this channel for Harvest League coming 3.11. Lots of build stuffs, lots of theory crafting, and obviously when the patch notes hits, I'm going to be updating all my build guides, and we're going to move on to getting some more builds for you boys for the league. And I'm also going to do some top 5 league starter builds once we see everything. Then YouTube, no, this is all happening on my main channel. You can tap expansion by YouTube for that. So we're going to wrap this video up, boys. Some quick notes for those of you who have bothered watching all the way to the end. This is going to be very fun. You can expect a lot of crafting, tons of crafting. I love crafting in this game. So it's going to be a lot of videos for that and a lot of builds. It's going to be fun to do this. Obviously, I'll put up guides for everything I'll get the information on. And during the upcoming days before the league release, there will be some more content from Escape from Tarkov. I've just uploaded one of my runs in the Shoreline key runs, for example. So you want to check that out. It's going to be in my channel as well. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe for more content. And until next time, stay safe and keep rocking.